Recently, TashaK revealed during a live stream that she had a private conversation with Nicki Minaj about her ongoing issues with CardiB. According to the blogger, Nicki had asked her to sign a non-disclosure agreement to keep their discussion secret. Tasha, however, refused. She said agreeing to it would go against everything she stood for, and the very reason she ended up in court with Cardi, her principle of speaking openly. Tasha explained, "The issue is, let me tell you what my issue is. When Nicki has a problem, it usually comes from industry relationships. We can't act like what happened at Summer Jam didn't happen." CardiB, meanwhile, was furious. She never expected Nicki to intervene in such a dramatic way. Allegedly, Nicki paid off TashaK's $4 million debt in cash, giving Tasha a clean slate to go after Cardi again, this time with Nicki's indirect approval. Naturally, Cardi saw this as a major problem. Not only was she facing an old rival with new ammunition, but she also felt betrayed by someone she considered an adversary in the industry. What made it worse was that Cardi's career had been thriving lately. Her press appearances, music releases, and public image were all doing wonders. But with TashaK free from legal restrictions, Cardi knew it was only a matter of time before something damaging resurfaced. Everyone began wondering, what was in it for Nicki? Was this about loyalty, strategy, or was it simply a power play? Nicki's involvement in Cardi's legal matters wasn't new, but arming TashaK with the means to challenge Cardi directly was something unexpected. What triggered Nicki to take such bold action, according to insiders, was a video Cardi released. In the clip, Cardi threatened to ruin both Nicki and JT's careers, claiming she had multiple receipts and evidence to do so. Although Cardi tried to sound casual, the serious undertone in her voice made it clear she meant business. She wasn't joking. She was warning her rivals to tread carefully. This video shook Nicki to the core. She realized that confronting Cardi directly could backfire, so she shifted tactics. Instead of taking personal shots, she empowered TashaK to handle the situation legally and strategically. But Tasha couldn't act until her $4 million debt was cleared. Nicki knew this, so she picked up the phone and made it happen. For many fans, Nicki's move seemed inevitable. Over the past few weeks, signs had been building. Tension online, social media posts, and public remarks had hinted that something big was coming. Cardi and Nicki's rivalry had lasted years, but it intensified when Nicki began targeting Cardi's album, Am I the Drama? Just after its release, Nicki publicly claimed she was the only female rapper to sell over 100,000 units in the second week, calling Cardi a flop and even threatening legal action over Cardi's comments about her fertility. From there, things spiraled. Cardi fired back, calling Nicki names, accusing her of substance abuse, and making claims about her son's development. Nicki responded by warning fans not to listen to Cardi's album, calling it evil, and even insulting Cardi's daughter. The feud escalated until Cardi threatened to reveal Nicki's medical records and dared her to send her address for a potential confrontation. This was a turning point. The dispute was no longer just online, it had the potential to get physical. It was at this moment that Nicki realized the only way to get the upper hand was to team up with TashaK. True to her bold style, Tasha immediately posted a celebration on Instagram, saying, "Y'all thought we wouldn't do it, but every single dollar is paid. Now the real fun begins." Nicki briefly reposted this before deleting it, but the message was clear. Tasha now had the freedom and backing to challenge Cardi publicly. To understand why this was so shocking, it's important to remember just how bad the conflict had been between Cardi and Tasha. Tasha built her brand on publicly tearing Cardi down, spreading lies, and even dragging her family through the mud. When Cardi finally took Tasha to court, Tasha admitted under oath that her claims were false. That moment cost her credibility, money, and respect. And now, Nicki's intervention effectively gave Tasha a second chance. A chance to strike back at Cardi with no financial or legal limitations. The move sent shockwaves through the industry. Cardi was facing old rivals working in tandem, while Nicki stayed mostly silent, letting the power of her actions speak for themselves. Social media erupted, debates ran rampant, and the story dominated headlines for days. In one bold act, Nicki turned a lawsuit and a personal feud into a strategic advantage, showing the world that influence and power often speak louder than words. This wasn't just another celebrity argument. It was a calculated move in a larger game of strategy, reputation, and influence. And for Cardi, the $4 million payoff wasn't about money. It was about control, credibility, and pride. In the end, Nicki Minaj's choice to pay TashaK's debt reminded everyone that in the world of fame, moves are measured in strategy, not emotion. After losing her case, CardiB tried to act calm online, but everyone could see she was shaken. She was determined to collect everything owed: house, car, YouTube earnings. Nothing was off limits. At one point, she tweeted, "Think it's a game, but trust me, I'ma come for everything. Be better. Have my money." For a while, TashaK stayed quiet. The court order had essentially silenced her from ever speaking about Cardi again. But then Nicki Minaj unexpectedly cleared Tasha's entire $4 million debt. That wasn't charity, it was strategy. The moment that debt was gone, Tasha regained her voice. And the first thing she did? She aimed it directly at Cardi. Suddenly, Tasha was free to attack again, now with Nicki's backing. This move turned what looked like generosity into a tool for revenge. Cardi, however, didn't back down. Instead of retreating, she posted a video directly shading Nicki. In it, she warned that she had changed her mind about holding back certain receipts. She made it clear that the next release would hit hard, leaving no room for laughter or dismissal. Her tone was serious, businesslike. No jokes, no theatrics. Fans were quick to react, flooding the comments with support, telling her not to hold back, while some even encouraged her to take everything. Meanwhile, TashaK, in her typical style, celebrated on Instagram. "Y'all thought we wouldn't do it, but every single dollar is paid. Now the real fun can begin," she wrote. Nicki reposted the story briefly, signaling approval before deleting it. The message was obvious. Tasha now had the freedom to move against Cardi without restraint. But the move came with risks. Tasha had a history of exaggeration, lies, and drama. Her credibility, especially regarding Cardi, was near zero. Now that she was free from legal restrictions, there was no telling how far she would go or who else she might involve. The feud escalated in strange directions. Insiders even claimed that Cardi began using witchcraft against Nicki, a sign of just how far she was willing to go to protect her position in the industry. According to Tasha, things started going wrong for Nicki around that time. While some dismissed these claims, they highlighted just how unpredictable and intense this rivalry had become. Nicki may have thought paying Tasha's debt was a power move, a way to control the narrative. But in reality, she lit a fire she couldn't control. Tasha was loose, angry, and ready to attack. Cardi, on the other hand, hinted that she had something locked and loaded, a response that could completely shift the balance. What started as a legal battle had turned into full-blown psychological warfare. Silence, money, social media posts, and threats were all weapons. And in the middle of it, fans and insiders watched, realizing that this wasn't just about money or fame anymore. It was about strategy, revenge, and control. If Nicki believed clearing that debt would quiet Tasha and keep Cardi in check, she may have just set the stage for her own downfall. In this game, nothing is predictable, and no move comes without consequences. Every action has ripple effects, and the storm between Cardi, Tasha, and Nicki was only just beginning.